Okay, first of all, I would like to pay homage to the Triple James, Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Okay, dear all friends and all viewers, okay, good evening or morning, evening to viewers from different time zones. Okay, here it is Monkchat Facebook Live, okay, from Chiang Mai. Okay, welcome you all to Dhamma discussion, okay, Dhamma talk through online Facebook Live and YouTube Live simultaneously right now. Okay, I would like to welcome all viewers and followers to Facebook Live right now. Okay, for all viewers, so you can send some comments, like and share this Dhamma discussion if you like this community of sharing the Dhamma. You can share this to your community, to your friends, okay, to all over the world to listen and do monk chat together. All right, you can send something, okay, to make greeting to our speakers and have an interaction between we do live streaming, talking. So we also sometimes jump to your comments, have an reaction to your comments as well. So welcome, all viewers. Okay, so right now there is our top fan, okay, Venerable Tong Munichito. Thank you for your watching. Okay, don't forget to like and share, okay, this Facebook Live, so we can get and gather more people. We do the Dhamma discussion together. Okay, first of all, I would like to welcome all my guest speaker to on the panel. All right. Okay, welcome. Okay, where is Venerable Somboon? Sorry. Okay, today I have invited Buddhist monk and lay Buddhists and lay people who have an experience in Buddhism I have invited Mr. David Freyer. Okay, he have joined. Okay, can you say something to our viewers?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. I'm happy to be here. I'm David Freyer. I've been a teacher at MCU for more than 20 years, and it was my idea to start the Monkchat program way back then. So I've been connected and involved ever since then. I'm very happy to be here.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. David Freyer, to dedicate your time to share Dhamma talk in English. All right. And Ajahn or Assistant Professor Dr. Samran Khansamrong, he also have joined this Monkchat once already. Hello, Ajahn Samran, can you say something to our viewers right now?
Namaskar, พระ Venerable Sonethavy, and hello, John David. This is the first time of mine to be on the Monkchat Live with Ajahn David. This is a second time of mine. I'm really happy to be with you all. Uh, I think I remember that about a few weeks ago. I were here. Yeah, I like it. I like it very much because we can share our ideas, and I think we also have some viewers who joined our program too. Okay, it's quite interesting. Okay, it's quite interesting to brush up your knowledge, your ideas, your experience, especially about Dhamma. Okay, I'm very happy to be here.
Okay, thank you very much, Ajahn Samran, to share your feeling, express your feeling to be here in the panel discussion today. So once again, I officially welcome all viewers and followers to following this talk together for 1 hour and 30 minutes. So the schedule, we will discuss about the concept of forgiveness, forgiveness, which is one of the Dhamma practice, that we have to apply more. And I think most of the time that we have an interaction with all the people in the society, we met with different groups of people. Some are be good to us, some are not be good to us. So we should have Dhamma to nourish your mind, how to strengthen your mind to move on, when you were threat or attracted by some unwanted feeling. So one of the Dhamma or teaching that we can help our that bad feeling just go away, or detach your bad feeling away, to someone that you hold it such a heavy feeling, to let it go and then move on your life. So this concept, I think, it's very close to us, and it's ground on earth a lot. So that's why I also have invited Venerable Somboon, but I'm very sorry that I'm not sure that internet connection or technical problem, he cannot be here now. Okay, so if it's he's here, okay, we can hear from him as well. So let me begin some short introduction for our viewer who just come in, and you will know how this talk and discussion will go. As I have told you earlier, that the concept of forgiveness, it's very important to living life, especially in this present day. I think we sometimes we have many things that we also don't like, and sometimes it's unforgivable as well. And even some people came to Monkchat before that, they also have different issues about how to detach their bad feeling, or to someone that do something bad to them. Okay, so that's why we I think people in this prison, they have to learn about this concept more, and I think have to apply uh, to your life to uplift or strengthen your mind to be able to uh, be happy easier, able to move on, uh, move on, uh, travel many obstacles in your life easier. Okay, so I also would like to hear from guest speaker, to share some ideas, and based on Buddhist thinking. For example, we have different perspective today. For example, Mr. David Freyer, he's from US, so maybe he can tell us about the idea of forgiveness, or another term in Buddhism we call ahosigama. Uh, Maybe it will more deeper and more profound than just forgiveness. So we will explore together. All right. Okay. I will go to Ajahn Samran. Okay, Assistant Professor Samran. Uh, um, the term, okay, forgiveness. Can you clarify this, okay, to all viewers, based on like Buddhist term? Okay, so please. Okay.
Okay. For the words forgiveness, we actually, when we think about the term forgiveness, it's not not just only from the letter you see, is not just only from the word you hear. Okay, the word forgiveness is much from your mind. Okay, it's much from inside, not outside. Forgiveness. You may say that, okay, I forgive you, but maybe inside your mind, you still get angry. You still feel suffer, or you hate the one that you say forgiveness. Uh, you say forgive them, like that. So the why we need to forgive? Why you choose the practice forgiveness? The reason that everyone have to we should practice forgiveness to be free of the inner violence of your rage, now of your anger that is happen inside your mind, according to the situation in the world right now. Okay, maybe you can talk about the situation in United States, right now, now I think it's quite really clear examples now that the people who from the maybe Asia, okay, the people who from Asia, uh, they have been treated badly uh, with some American people because now I think maybe uh, before that they may have uh, the, the feeling or they have like that we talk about racism right that. But after COVID-19, okay, after the COVID-19 uh, happened in US or any other countries now, some the American people who don't maybe who don't learn about the forgiveness, they just think that the problem happened in America right now because of Asian people who spread COVID-19 like that. Now, uh, maybe the there might be someone, okay, there might be someone who understand the situation, uh, who forgive now about this, and they may talk to those American who still hate uh, Asian people. Maybe uh, someone where we said, okay, you have to forgive them. Not all of them, okay, or maybe they didn't have intention to do like that now. But it's just not. I think it's not. It's not. It cannot now stop just only by saying so or tell them, okay, you have to forgive now. You have to forgive them like that. Uh, if they don't practice, okay, if they don't learn what happened inside what happened inside their mind who suffer, okay, who suffer from from this if they still hate the people who they thought spread uh, virus COVID-19, I think they cannot, okay, they can't they can't think and stop their thinking to hate the people now easily, okay, they couldn't do it easily, but they need to practice, okay, practicing forgiveness now practicing forgiveness is must take times, okay, and it must have like a reflection or good consideration. They must have this one, okay. uh, they have to learn, okay, they have to learn why, okay, why they have to practice forgiveness. If they practice forgiveness, what will happen to them? Or if they don't practice forgiveness, what will happen to them? So first, I think they have to understand about this now. And not only the situation in America or maybe any other country, even though in Thailand or in Myanmar right now too. Now, so why we need to learn, okay? Why we need to learn the word forgiveness now, and why we need to uh, understand or realize. I'd like to say that realize the meaning, okay? Realize the meaning of forgiveness now. If they realize the word now, realize is mean that they know now. If they practice forgiveness, what will happen to them now? I'm sure, according to Buddhists now, like the Buddha said, hate never yet dispelled hate. Only love dispel hate. I think maybe this word now, this word maybe it's not easy, okay? It's not easy to understand. But for the one, okay, for the one who realize about this, they will know, oh, yes, yeah, the Buddha was right. The Buddha was right. But for the one, okay, for the one who still hate the others, I think maybe they have to learn, okay, they have to learn by their own experience, and they need a good friends, or we call in Buddhism we call a good company, good companions. I think good companions or good company can help them. Okay, yeah. For the meaning, you just asked me, okay, to tell the
Right.
meanings of
Mm-hmm.
forgiveness.
Okay.
Forgiveness. Now
Mm-hmm.
we have to understand the word from forgiveness from our mind. Okay.
Okay. So it should be from the internal, not only just saying word. This is what Ajahn Samran point out when we really uh, or feel in the meaning of the forgiveness, not just only beautiful word that you say to that person, uh, uh, but your feeling, your mind have to detach from that, like we call the revenge. Is it right? Vengeance. Yeah. So you have to already finish, complete, to move on your relationship to someone. That's some point that we get from Jan Samran. So thank you for viewers, okay, who come to sorry, an interaction to our Facebook live right now. So for example, Mr. Kamun, this is senior alumni of our Monkchat and also MCU Chiang Mai campus. To be honest, he is, I met him. And then I studied English with him as well when I was in Laos. And uh, he said good evening, John David and John Samran, and as well as Venerable Son, okay, and the others, okay. Okay, thank you for your interaction. Okay, so now we go to explore, okay, the concept and understanding, especially from Ajahn David Freyer, to come to Asia and be in Thailand for long times. So maybe you are familiar with this environment of compromise, and forgiveness. So you can, do some reflection in Europe, or your own understanding about this, how it's, you know, um, work with you.
Great. Thank you. And thank you, Achan Samran, as well. Yeah. Um, I think we all understand what forgiveness means. And like Achan Samran said, it really has to come from our mind, from our heart to be working. A couple interesting things that have stuck with me that I have absorbed from Thailand and Buddhism. Quite a few things on forgiveness, but two of them are kind of interesting for me. The first one is I remember speaking with a monk some years ago, and we were talking about forgiveness. And he said, well, before you forgive someone, you first have decided that they did something wrong to you. Because if you didn't decide in your mind that they did something wrong to you, there's no reason to forgive. So he said, forgiveness is not the first step. The first thing that happened is you decided they did something wrong. And I thought that was quite interesting. And so in Ajahn Samran's example, those people who were hurting an Asian person for spreading COVID, I mean, that first step was incorrect. They made a mistake. The person didn't actually even do anything to them. And yet they had hate in their mind. They had trouble in their mind. So in some examples, maybe we're just wrong. Maybe the person actually didn't do the thing. But when I've thought a lot about this, when people actually did do something and it hurt me, and then I have to think, okay, I decided they did something wrong. Now, did they really do something wrong, or was it just what happened? Because sometimes it's just what happens. I've accidentally hurt people, and they really got hurt. But it wasn't my intention to hurt them, but they got hurt. And so I think that can give a next level of, okay, we understand how the hurt happened, and it gets a little bit easier to let go. At another level, I myself have been angry, and when I was angry, I did something wrong, and I hurt someone. And so now, if someone is angry and they hurt me, if I reflect on myself, I know I've done that too. So I should be able to understand the other person in that first step, the first step of what really happened. Do I need to put that feeling, you did something wrong? Okay, so sometimes I can just soften that, just that piece, and it makes it easier to begin the forgiveness. I understand that I've done those things. It was an accident, or maybe even I'm just wrong and it wasn't like I thought, or there's more details I don't know about. So Thailand has helped me back up to the beginning of why I'm holding the bad feeling. And then the next thing that Thailand has really, and Buddhism has really brought to me, is things that Prason and Ajahn Samran, you use words. Prason, you said, this heavy feeling. And Ajahn Samran, you said the inner violence. And I think as a Western person, we don't grow up reflecting on that aspect of how heavy it is to hold these bad feelings, to hold the feeling of I resent what you did, I want to get vengeance. It's really heavy. And as Prason, you said, it's hard to move on with your life because you're carrying this heavy thing. And it's a kind of violence to yourself. And so I've really appreciated how Buddhism brought those things to my attention. Once I heard it, it felt very natural to think, yeah, it's in fact like that. It really is a heavy feeling that I myself have some control over. I can forgive and let it go. And when I carry it, it's a kind of violence against myself. So those two things are something that have affected me in this idea of forgiveness that I appreciate from the Buddhism.
Okay, thank you very much. Sharing from Ajahn David Freyer. Okay, to share what he have an experience with the environment of forgiveness, or the it's reflect him to back to the reason why, that we have to get from that heavy, because when we take some action to that problem, not just leave it there, or we most of the time neglect to small things in life, in relationship, um, work, business. So we just neglect that, and so it get a problem, and we don't go to complete. For example, one of, I think, the main problems in Thailand or in many countries, relationship, because we sometimes don't open mind, So one thing, another term to describe, I think, forgiveness is to open mind. When you have something, you just open mind, speak, is it straightforward? You don't hide something, and when you hide something, you, what I have said, heavy, feel heavy. So to forgive someone, or to let go, of this heavy feeling, or that inner violence, is one of the merit, that Buddha also have mentioned, apayatana. When we able to forgive someone, we get some peaceful. That's one of the merit that arise in your mind. Okay, so now we jump to Venerable Somboon. Just look at the Buddhist monk perspective, Okay, he just able to get into the connection. He moved his space close to the, I think, Wi-Fi. Okay, welcome, Venerable Somboon. Okay, would you please share and clarify about the truth, especially we point to the truth, forgiveness, true forgiveness, or we, another term, we talk about forgiveness from your heart, from your mind. Okay.
Cool. Firstly, may I respect to person, and thank you Ren for inviting me to this section, and say hello to Ajahn David and Ajahn Samran, in meeting you here. And it is very interesting topic for today, actually, the true forgiveness. For forgiveness, and actually, I really like. I saw a phrase in in a class at the university. It is said, it is good to forgive, better to forget something. Yeah. So, and actually, I totally see about looking at the forgiveness is something very beautiful thing to do in as a human being. Anyone who are able to practice forgiveness in their life, that means in their heart a feel full of kindness, but most of us finds it's very difficult, to practice, for some people to let go, and that is the things that we have to looking at and closer and deal, It's not to deal in active, but it's to the way how to understand the nature of ourself. So when we talk about forgiveness, it's something kind of hard to practice. I myself, I sometimes find it's very difficult, to let go of a certain kind of feeling when somebody do something that hurt me, or say something that uh, that hurts. So it's easy to say, but sometimes it is very difficult in practical term. So that's why in Buddhist culture we have culturally we have a sometimes we have in special occasions, and to let the people practice. We in Buddhist culture we sometimes like in New Year's, like young people will go to the elderly and to how to say uh, request for I'm not sure that is forgiveness, but they
Ask for
declining
forgiveness,
themselves. Pardon?
like ask for forgiveness from the elders.
Yes. So
I
we
think so.
in our life we don't know what we do, what we speak, and what we act. That can sometimes accidentally hurt somebody. Sometimes without intentions we make somebody hurt. So in order to maybe sometime we hurt somebody but we don't know, but better to say to apology, or maybe in maybe by saying, or by mostly we by acting or saying, like acting like some in my hometown, the tradition that in the end of the Buddhist lands, the young people will go to the elderly house, or maybe their grandfather, grandma, and offer. It's like a offer uh, with certain kind of snack or local food that made of a banana leaf or something, and also like ask for forgiveness. Yeah. And that kind of culture, and actually that is the way uh, to cultivate the people, how to cultivate them to familiar with uh, to forgive other people. Yeah, that is how I have been trained since I was young, and what I have seen in since I was young. Right? And also after I became novice monk, we also follow these kind of traditions. We sometimes, like after the ending of the Buddhist Lent, we have to we declare, or maybe we open ourselves to let the other monk who we live together to say, if I have any mistake, please, or anything that you don't like about my behavior, my speech, and please tell me. Then I will maybe uh, improve myself. To open ourselves, allow other people to 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 tell us anything that is wrong thing, or something that is not proper. And I think this is the way how we can train or practice forgiveness. Now we don't have to wait until or the problem or make other people hurt, and we will learn later. And actually we can gradually practice in every single moment of our life.
Okay, very nice. Thank you, Venerable Somboon. Yeah, I really like the word that you have mentioned. We don't have to wait. Someone hurt you, and then you um, apply this concept of forgiveness. But you have to like investigate your self and behaviors. Always uh, that you sometimes mistake to harm others or not, and you always mindful. That's linked to mindfulness. All right. So and also that's the thing that I also would like to point out in Thailand or in Buddhist culture. It's this concept of forgiveness is already transformed into the way of practice. I mean the traditional practice. So that's why relationship between elders and people in the family. If we follow that tradition strictly, that will run the like family, the atmosphere in the family very smoothly, not like these days that we don't talk to each other very much. People living very far away, so it causes misunderstanding. Yes. Okay. We discussed so far. I would like to hear like adding if Ajahn Samran or Ajahn David Freyer would like to add additional idea, want to share something that it would be useful, uh, which is concerned to this. Yes, please. Yeah. And one more thing for our viewers now, 16 viewers, you are allowed to ask some question in the comments. We are open this space for you to uh, ask any question, but if it's better concerned to this topic, the true forgiveness or concern to Buddhism, we will spend some time for the last section to answer your question. Yeah, or maybe in between the talk. Okay. Ajahn Samran or Ajahn David, do you have any idea to put? Okay. Yes.
I think there's an interesting idea about forgiveness coming from the Christian Western idea. That's one of the big differences, I think, between the Christian philosophy and culture and religion and Buddhism. In the Christian idea, and also in the Islam and the monotheistic idea, it's like God holds the karma. And so you can ask God to forgive you, and God can clear away everything. So there's this thing that people in the West grow up with, knowing that, or they feel, if they have this kind of faith, that God can release them and forgive them from everything, all the bad that they've done. But as Ajahn Samran said, it does come from your own mind. You have to truly, 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 deep down, want to release that bad action. Never do that again. You feel truly sorry. And in feeling truly sorry, God will forgive you. God will give grace, they call it. But I think it's quite a difference. And so I think sometimes when someone from that background comes to see Buddhism, there's a little bit of, uh-oh, no one's there to forgive me. My actions really stick to me. And so there's a feeling that, wow, I need to take responsibility. God isn't going to just say, okay, David, it's all okay now. It's over. A Buddhist doesn't rely on that. A Buddhist relies on themselves clearing away their bad action and improving themselves. And so I think that forgiveness from God for our sins is a way forgiveness works differently in in the minds and in the minds of a Western person, and it gives us a final hope that no matter how many bad things we did, we can somehow clear them away like that if God will forgive us. And so that's a difference. That's a difference.
All right. Thank you for your additional explanation and point out to different idea of the different beliefs in the world. Yeah, and made me very interesting. The contrast. Of Buddhism and other religion. Yeah, for the God. Holding karma, but Buddhism look into the individual. Have to clean your karma by yourself. So that's why it will lead to different practice. Yes. Okay. Ajahn Samran. Yes. Maybe you might have
It's quite
idea.
it's quite interesting idea about the a Westerners idea about the forgiveness. Like John David said, when they talk about forgiveness, now they will ask forgiveness from the God, because maybe they can see the gods as an example of the one who forgive them, and after that they can learn, okay, from the God. Now, but in Buddhism, okay, in Buddhism, yeah, of course, everything we have to start from ourselves now. But it doesn't mean that for the person who are not strong enough, okay, who are not strong enough, they also need a good company, like the Western belief. Maybe the God is their good company. Okay, the God can forgive them everything, whatever they have done. And in Buddhism, in Buddhism, it doesn't mean that for the one who are not strong enough. Now, sometimes, okay, sometimes this kind of trick also uh, happen in Buddhism too. Even though we believe that we, according to our karma, okay, karma is an individual, okay, karma is individual. Whatever you do, your good deed or bad deed is still there. But now for asking for forgiveness, now it's also happened in Buddhism too. Now, like when the monk, okay, when the monk they do minor mistakes, okay, they do some mistakes against the disciplines of Vinaya for the minor one. The monk also they have to confess, okay, they have to confess in front of the other monks to ask uh, maybe for forgiveness, or to have someone, okay, to have someone who understand them, okay, who understand them. And they promise that, okay, next time I won't do it again like that. Now, even though maybe they will do the same mistakes again like that. And even though they do like this, yeah, according to Buddhism, okay, whatever they have done, like a bad action is still there. But according to their belief or their mind, they will feel, okay, they will feel a little bit happier, right? A little bit happier. Now, better than no one, okay, who understand them, okay. Like when you confess now to the like the Christian priest, okay, they have done something wrong, okay. The priest will accept that, and the God also will forgive now about those, and then they promise they won't do it again, like that, okay. This kind of tricks is is still necessary, okay. It's still necessary for human beings who are not strong enough. But according to Buddhism, you also have to develop yourself to be independent, okay. Not to depend on any supernatural power or any power, okay. But you also have to values, okay, the two values, the benefits, the advantage, okay, the advantage of practicing forgiveness. You have to understand that when you practice forgiveness, it is for your own sake, not to be locked in and anger or fear or the resentment, okay. You have to understand it's it is a good effect to you, okay, when you practice the forgiveness. But if you don't practice forgiveness, what will happen to you? I will give you example. Like when you get angry anyone, okay, you have to understand, you have to realize, if someone did something wrong, or maybe you judge, you decided, okay, you decided they did something wrong to you, and after that you just oh yeah, he or she is wrong, okay, but I'm right, like that, okay. And after that, if you think that, okay, you always right now, you will get angry, okay. You get angry at the person who make you angry, okay. But you have to know the effect, okay. You have to understand, you have to realize the effect, what the effect happened to you if you get angry. For example, the person who make you angry, yes, maybe they, when they go back their home, okay, maybe they sleep happily now. But you, the one who get angry, what happened to you? You are suffer, right? You are suffer because you always thinking maybe to take revenge, to them. And yeah, you will be the mentor, okay. Maybe you will be mentally or physically suffer later, right? First you will be mentally suffer. Mentally suffer is mean that, oh, you always think that you're not happy anymore. And after that, okay, maybe it will get maybe worse now. After that, maybe you get headache, okay, you get headache. And after that, now maybe you have more disease affected from that. So you have to value, okay, you have to value that if you don't if you don't forgive to someone, what will happen to you? Yeah, you made the here, like that the Buddha said that one should overcome an angry person by not being angry, or conquer anger with love, like that. But if just only this word, maybe you don't understand, you don't realize it, right? But if you just consider from the real situation, yeah, it's also happened to me sometimes, okay. Yeah, we have to accept that sometimes we can't things positively now all the time. Yeah, we have to accept that, but we have to try. Okay, we have to try. We have to try to think positively. But if you can develop yourself, okay, if can you develop yourself into the next step now, and you find that now, if you practice forgiveness, and after that you have compassion, after that you become happy, okay, you become happy because of your forgiveness. That's it. You will value, okay, you will values now the benefits or advantage of for practicing forgiveness. So it must happen, okay? I think it must happen to yourself. You must have experience, okay? You must have your own experience about that. You have to ask yourself. You have to ask yourself, if you never forgive or if you don't forgive, are you happy? If you're not happy, you have to think, how can you help yourself? Okay, this is the I want to add it more. Okay.
Okay, thank you. All additional information and sharing. Okay, in order to make clear and I like share a different perspective, because we have different like problems, and different life has different chapters, so we associate with the different problems. Okay, so maybe when the monks speak, you feel like quite high teaching. Maybe if you listen to Ajahn Samran, no, and Ajahn David, maybe you might get to that. Or those who are monk, okay, you will get different idea. So one thing that I want to participate and share as well is from my experience. I really feel into the forgiveness really well when I practice meditation. After I like overcome or train, cultivate my mindfulness, concentration, and patience, overcome the pain and many problems, I mean the obstacles in your meditation. For example, for an hour that you have meditate, and before you will leave the meditation, and then you spread, we call the loving kindness meditation. So one thing that you have to do is to complete with something that you intention to do, or unintentional action. It will be some bad karma that will block you not to get a higher state of mind. So I found that after I have meditated for an hour and I do this, I really feel to that forgiveness. Sometimes I feel like energy goes around my body, and sometimes goosebump. I don't know that this. I feel really into the forgiveness. So that's why one thing that we practice meditation and to spreading loving kindness or forgive to someone, that is that moment your mind has a power to really see that and reflection, get some reflection that, oh, you are wrong, you have done that, intention or not intention, and then you like commit to that action that, oh, I won't do it, or that's my fault, I would change myself to be a better person. For me, I really feel it when I just finish my meditation practice and I doing that, recollect someone that I used to do something bad to me, and when I do that, I just feel really into the feeling of forgiveness. Yeah. So that's my sharing. So for those who are watching right now, okay, we got still 16 viewers. So if you have any question or comments or sharing, you can write down below comments chat box. Participate our Facebook live right now. So you are allowed to join, and then you are invited to do this talk together. Okay, so we got a few comments. Let me check. Okay, so dear Chetra Wong, okay, you are allowed. Okay, viewers are allowed to ask question. Welcome if you are still watching. If you have any issues or question, you are allowed to write comments. So we will read. We now reach 1 hour already for panel discussion or group discussion for this monk chat. So after this, we will spend time to get a reaction with your comments. So you are welcome to ask questions. Okay, so say hi to Monk M. Gail Pajan Yod Panya to say Satu, and Vivani Anumotana, is it right? Sorry. Anumotami, sorry. Anumotami Satu. Okay, thank you so much for your compliments. And Soraya, okay, thank you. For different viewers from different countries, but I don't think so. For in America right now is, I think, 3 a.m. 2 or 3 p.m. A.m. Sorry, A.m. Yes. But this is a comfortable time for our speakers to get together in this platform and able to do live streaming now. So for those who want to watch back, you can rewatch this Facebook live later. So one thing that we set up this question not yesterday, sorry, last week. Okay, I and Venerable Somboon have a session together, and then there was was a woman, she also asked some question which is concerned to more like a forgiveness, because we speak about emotional management. So sometime when someone that do something really bad to you, and not to feel that, not to feel angry to that, how to do that. So that's why we set up this topic this week, the true forgiveness. So this might help you to learn another the Dhamma that in the subtopic that you can support to apply self management emotion management. Manage your emotion, not to over hatred or over like violence, until you display or behave, in the violent way. So forgiveness is the one of the best way that you can let go of your expectation or your disappointments to others. And also forgiveness can extend your loving kindness. The more you able to forgive, you just start to forgive, something, a small thing or easy case, and then challenge you to forgive like bigger problem, someone that you really hated, and this will cause you extend your loving kindness. So this is uh, the benefit that you will. Okay, so now we have been live streaming for 1 hour and 6 minutes. If someone are thinking to ask any question, you still have time. Okay, so last and final, I also would like to open this panel to Venerable Somboon, Ajahn David, Ajahn Samran, to also share. Okay, wait, sorry, we got a comment. Wow, it's such a very long comment. Okay, let me get a space for comments. So we'll show on the screen. Oh, this very big. Okay, wait. Okay, now from this comment from okay, I need help. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Okay. Yes.
I will guess Sina Frulinger.
And I guess that
Forgive
she
me
is
if I get it wrong.
German.
I would guess as
Okay.
well.
Yes. Okay, let's see. She comments that for me, forgiving someone is always linked to forgive myself first. Sorry. And to have a more or less neutral view on the situation, and also to see and realize that the other person is not having a bad intention from the inside naturally, but through his experience in his life, making him reacting the way he did, and accept that. Keeping anger is taking so much energy and intention, which could be used for something nice instead. Can you agree with that? Okay, I have to listen from Ajahn David Freyer. When I read, sometimes I focus on pronouncing and I not really complete for a meaning that want to communicate. Okay, anyone would like to say something? She said that. Are you agree with that? Are you agree with that?
I think if you understand the anger and you use maybe anger has the energy and actually, but if you can turn that energy of anger into loving kindness, and that anger make you understand better about loving kindness, and I think that is a good way to turn the energy into to use it. That's the energy of anger. It's not about like some people mis misunderstand and use maybe the anger. Sometimes this is want to explode. Sometimes like the anger that uh, is for and they cannot hold it inside and then explode to other people. Yeah. And and that is not the way to turn the energy. But if you wisely and mindfully, you will be able to turn that energy into the other side, and that is helping actually you to learn, um, understand the other side of the anger. You know, like some people when anger arise, then they're aware of their loving more, loving kindness. You know, so because they see the results of being angry. You know, so this is it require maybe wisdom that is we have to consider about this point.
Okay, for me, uh, I quite agree with her some points now, that when you want to start forgiveness, you have to start from yourself. You have to learn to forgive yourself. Okay, if you never forgive yourself, now I think it's hard to forgive the others. Now, for the forgiving, okay, forgiving yourself is mean that uh, you may think that, okay, you did deeds, or maybe you have done something wrong, or you made the mistakes now, but you also will promise yourself that, okay, yeah, for this time, everyone, as a human being, okay, we can do something uh, wrong, okay, we can do something wrong. So yeah, I promise myself, okay, I will do it better, okay, I will do it better next time. This thing that you learn to forgive now, just start from yourself now, and after that you can expand, okay, you can spread your forgiveness to the other. If you never forgive yourself, now I think it's difficult to forgive the other. And but sometimes, okay, I also like her word, okay, the word like a neutral, neutral or neutrality. According to the Buddhism, we have the word, okay, the metta, or the loving kindness, okay, okay, we have the word like metta, karuna, mudita, ubekha. Okay, you have the loving kindness, uh, you have like a sympathetic joys now. But the fourth one, okay, the fourth one, neutrality. Neutrality, you also have to understand the word neutral or neutrality. Now, neutrality is the sometimes it doesn't mean that you forgive, but you do nothing. Now, for example, when someone who did something wrong to you, or someone who made a crime, now, okay, they hurt the other. Uh, as now, yeah, of course, from you, from your mind, you have to learn to forgive them. But you also have to understand that you have the other duty you have to do in the society. Now, if you saw someone who did a crime, okay, but you just stay neutral, you didn't do anything, you didn't inform the police, okay, that person, they may do another crime, okay, so they will hurt the other, they will hurt the society. So that you also have to take responsibility as the member of the society. Yeah, because like you have to inform the police. Now, if they hurt you, or if they hurt the other, they kill the other like that. Okay, now because they also have to get the gamma or the actions. Okay, action and reaction. We have to understand. But you yourself, you have to realize now. Like she said that if someone did something wrong to you, you have to understand about everyone have different behaviors. Okay, now uh, as the human being, if the I just remember the that the Buddha asked Ananda, the monk, his disciple or his follower. Now, like the why didn't you get angry now to that person now who used rude words to you, who did something bad to you? Ananda, he said that, okay, because I understand everyone is different. Okay, everyone is different. If you understand everyone is different, we understand. Okay, now maybe they have uh, the social bad background, or maybe they have the problem with their mind. Okay, they have something wrong with their family or whatever. Okay, if you think like that, okay, you will understand the other why they have done something like that. So if you realize like this now, okay, I think it can help you to make you feel better. Okay, but if you think that everyone have to be like good like me, okay, everyone have to be good person like me, actually it's not possible, John David. Okay, it's not possible. You cannot force everyone to be good like John David. Okay, now it's not possible. But if you understand, okay, everyone is different. Okay, so you will feel better. Okay.
Okay, so thank you, Ajahn Samran, to introduce like mindset, one mindset to allow us to support the idea of forgiveness to things that everyone has a different social background and nature of mind. We cannot expect people out there to be like this, to be like that. So this is what we also can see in ourselves. It's difficult to control something that you expect, or even you already have an intention to do it. Sometimes you also mad to yourself because you cannot do it well, or you just cannot force yourself to be like that. So even we cannot force ourselves to be what we expected. All right, I think this is kind of like easy things to support this big topic like forgiveness. All right, Venerable Somboon, would you like to add additional teaching or sharing before we will end this Facebook Live tonight? Okay. Okay.
So it is hard to practice that I said earlier about the forgiveness, but then actually sometimes we need some kind of wisdom to learn how to forgive. Learn to forgive, and actually we human being, we always do always do mistake, and we are not, every single one of us, I think we are not perfect, we always keep making mistake in our life, so forgiveness is about to allow someone, allow ourselves to perfect ourselves, to let other people perfect themselves, because we are not perfect, when somebody do mistake or do something wrong, instead of judge them, blame them, make them suffer or whatever, why don't we give them and allow them to perfect themselves, to perfect ourselves to be a better person? Yeah. So that is, I think, it's a beautiful thing if we are able to give this kind of game to someone. Is a forgiveness, better than the material thing. I think this is a highest valuable thing that when you are able to give to someone.
I kind of liking that you said, allow someone to be perfect. I kind of like that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So we go to a comments a little bit. Thank you, Mr. Gochin Kiat. He said, "Oh, I'm late," so you can be in between and enjoy with us for the last session. And she, the one that who share previous comments, she can also write some Thai, so I think she kind of living here for a while. ขอบคุณนะคะ thank you very much. And this is our student here, Kun. Yeah, he's my friend. Okay, I really appreciate it to all comments. Someone just give send some sticker for to give a compliment, courage, all speakers to have an energy, express your idea and sharing. I really appreciate it to all comments. And last and finally, I very thanks to our guest speaker today, Venerable Somboon, Ajahn Samran, and Ajahn David Freyer, to dedicate your time, almost 1 hour and 30 minutes, to with our audiences from different countries, or some are already in Thailand, and our alumni, senior who have graduated from our MCU University, and used to be a Monkchat members, so they can restore the relationship with Monkchat again. Such a wonderful time. Okay, we come to the end for our talk, for Dhamma discussion today. I also wish all of guest speaker Anumotana with Venerable Somboon, and thank you. Anumotana to wisdom and knowledge sharing from Ajahn Samran and Ajahn David. And I wish you to have a healthy life, success in your life, and to all viewers as well. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much for today. Good night, and hope to see you next session for Monkchat Live. Okay, for today, it's come to the end. Take care of yourself.